In order to make this thing work, it's quite simple. You need to make a func_tank train. To make this, you just make whatever you want the train to look like, group it all together, Control T, and make sure that in this list it is a track train. And apart from that, all you need are the tracks themselves. I've got two here. They're called path_tracks, and I've given them a name. This one's called K2. I've given it no parent, no pitch or anything. The next stop target is the next one in the sequence. For K2 I haven't made anything, so once the train gets to this bit in the track, it stops. If I put in K1, which is over here where it starts, the train would just keep on going backwards and forwards forever. To make sure that the train starts on one of these tracks, under the func_tank train object, you select the first stop target and put in where you want it to start. You also have to alter the height above the track and everything to make sure it's right, but you can muck around with that in your own time and make it perfected. Or you can just download mine and steal it. That looks familiar. So yeah, in order to activate this, because the track starts off deactivated, I've added in a trigger thing, so that if you jump into the train, it's a trigger_once, and on the outputs, I've got on start touch, it makes Harry, which is the train, set speed to 64, because Harry starts with the speed of 0. Initial speed is 0. If you want it to start moving in the beginning, you just put in a number like 64, and it's how many units per second it moves. Once again, muck about with it until it's right. So there you go, that's a train that goes across the ravine once you get into it. If you don't want to make it like that, and you want a button that you press, if I just find a button texture, that'll do. I'm going to make a little button on the train. In order to make sure that it stays on the train, I'm going to say it's parent to the train, so I'm going to make it a func_button by pressing Control and T, func button. I'm going to make its parent Harry, so that it moves with the train. And on the outputs, add, when it is pressed, Harry, set speed to 64. So there, now you can either jump into the train, which I'll get rid of. I'll move that so that you can activate it only if you want to by going into that corner over there. So when I play the level, I can either walk into that corner to make it start moving, or I can jump into the train and press that button in the front. Alright, let's see if it works. Okay then, my level. Going along a nice ravine. Eek. Yeah. Okay. This is the place. I can go on here and press the button, I can move, or I can go in the corner and it'll activate it. There it goes, across the ravine. Isn't that nice? Now this is a good opportunity for me to say to everyone, if you have problems with this map, try and solve them before you ask, because some of them are really easy, like, this is meant to be pointing that way, not this way. Well, there's probably some really easy way to fix it, proper way, but the way that I just do it would be to start it off rotated round 90 degrees, and that should compensate for it, and that would make it point in the right direction. If your thing doesn't work, download the example file which I'll upload, and you can see how I've done it, so there shouldn't be any problems with that. And as for elevators, that's pretty much the same thing, only up and down. So there, have fun. Whee!